Welcome to the New World Championship. We are in Jacksonville, Florida for Ace Run Pro's Round 1 feature card. This is the second event of the 2023 DGPT wraparound season. I'm Andrew Fish, joined here by Aaron Doyle.
How you doing today, Fish?
I'm terrific. Really excited to watch this. This is kind of bringing back what really started the DGPT championship here in New World, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got 4 studs today, ready to see some elite players tackle my local track.
Yeah, for sure. So you're a Jacksonville local. You get out here at least once a month, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
And we got another sort of local here, Garrett Gurthie. Garrett was off tour for a little while, maybe 5 years ago, and he was out here at New World teaching, playing, doing everything.
Yeah, he was out here a lot. Isaac Robinson, Georgia boy, having a killer season. He's ready to start things off for 2023.
Yeah, we've got Connor O'Reilly out of Austin, Texas. Connor told me he didn't have quite the season he wanted to. Certainly 2021 was great for him with a win at Delaware in the NT series.
Yeah, he's a stud. And then we got Ezra Aderhold, the bean machine himself.
Yeah, all the power you ever need out here.
Hole 1, it's a par 3, 416 feet. Initially, you want to miss the middle tree. You want your disc to go right. The miss is right. Avoid the OB short. It's about 200 feet off the tee. Just the overstable driver. Don't want to skip left into the woods, and let's see how these guys attack it.
Yeah, we thank Disc Golf Network for the drone footage. They provided that for this entire round. Garrett Gurthie going to lead us off. We're going to see a lot of overstable drivers out of Garrett. We know he's known for his power, his backhand control as well. Good flat release, pushes it through the gap.
A little long, but that's how you want to do it right there. Good start.
Yeah, we'll see if he's got an angle around the palmettos in the back. Isaac on a 1 tournament winning streak. He took down his second A tier at the Myrtle Beach Open last weekend.
This man's a putting machine.
Yeah. And he makes putting easy when he puts it that close, huh?
Yeah, that's a great shot right there. Definitely hit the angle perfectly.
You can see the moss moving in the background here. A pretty interesting narrative coming into this event was that a hurricane or tropical storm kind of ran across Florida, quite a bit south of Jacksonville, but we did see some residual impacts from that. Kind of ruined a practice day. Nicely done by Connor inside the circle as well.
Yeah, it was definitely windy. We got a little bit of mist, little sprinkles, but this round you're going to see a good bit of wind out there. A little gusty.
And swirly as well.
Oh, yeah.
Difficult to read the direction sometimes. It would change completely between 2 player shots. Oh boy. Ezra starts that much too left and either doesn't force it over enough or just didn't push it to the right enough.
That's definitely the tree to miss.
Yeah. And I know that Ezra is much more comfortable with a hyzer release angle. Unless you go, as flat and powerful as, say, Garrett did, you definitely have to start this with some anhyzer.
Absolutely. Yeah, he puts it close to get up and down bogey. Send me through a zone.
Yeah. So Garrett with his hyzer putt, he's probably going to have to go over. And there's just a lot of stuff there. Palmettos don't weigh a darn thing, but they take up a lot of room.
Got a nice dead center putt for Connor. A good way to start the tournament.
Yeah, Connor's the most balanced forehand backhand player on this card. Everyone else is going to lean pretty heavily on backhand. And Connor told me that like putting is going to be his big focus of this off season. He felt like that was a place that his game let him down this year, and when he's on, he's very dangerous.
Oh, absolutely. He played with him last year in New Jersey, and he's very consistent. He's still a solid putter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of this is relative.
Yeah,
like
right.
we look at him and say, "Yeah, what's wrong with that?"
Hole 2, it's 606 feet, par 4. Get out of the gap. You want to get out of the gap with a slower disc, mid-range or fairway, and you want to set yourself up a good shot to get through the double mandos that we're coming up on right here. One of the easier holes on the course. See a lot of these guys going definitely a slow disc just to get out the gap.
Yeah, and holding it straight. You gotta read the wind as it's out there and get your disc to land flat.
So Isaac does just that.
Yeah, he goes mid-range and kind of gets wind slammed there.
Yeah, it does. It once you get out of the gap, the wind's doing all types of stuff out there.
Looks like a mid-range out of Connor as well. He's hugging that right side. The fade should land him just centered up.
I think that's pretty ideal right there. He's living himself a hyzer through the mandos. Should have a routinely easy upshot.
Right. Those are close to 400 feet off this tee. So anything in that 350 range that's roughly center gives you, a good angle, but also enough leeway that if you did miss left or right, you can shape something.
Right. You just don't want to get too far away from the mando. Another great shot. These guys did it nicely.
Yeah, not super demanding as par fours go. And kind of the character of this course is such that you want to get your scoring done very early. Because the middle of the course starts to have a lot more teeth. Garrett, likely a rock shot.
Just inside circle 1.
Ezra with the zone. Doesn't quite give it the width, but this is a relatively slow green. Just the sand is going to kill all the speed on it. And Connor from the right side. Wind's making it dance.
Gonna hit that soft sand.
Yep.
Inside circle 1.
Everybody measures that pretty well.
But as good as these guys are, it's pretty routine. Ooh, just off. Right side. It's good. Nice dead center putt by Connor.
This was the third easiest hole on the day. Does that get in your head at all? Like, do you manage or do you monitor how holes are scoring when you're putting together your game plan?
Not really. Usually on my practice rounds out here, I usually get it. So I just try to do my same routine and try to give myself a look for the birdie.
Mm-hmm. So,
nice
well
star
done.
frame.
Yeah, star frame.
This is hole 3, par 3, 304 feet. This is the easiest hole on the course. You either want to have the low line drive mid-range, or you want to have the right side hyzer skip with a fairway driver, overstable fairway driver. And yeah, I'm expecting to see at least 3 out of 4 birdies on this card.
Yeah, certainly getting looks at it. There's no OB to speak of. It scored .36 under par for the entire field. And we thank Flight Factory for being the drone sponsor for Ace Run Pro. Mid-range from Isaac, very committed. He's going to push it to almost 50 long. And interesting to me that he kind of split the difference here. When I see a mid-range shot here, I would want to throw something that moves a little bit left to right. He kind of throws the like skinny hyzer.
Yeah, kind of like what Connor does right here, the little left to right, up the left side. It's unusual seeing it go long unless you do the hyzer skip on the right side, because it's such a low ceiling, but these guys are cooking it. Shot by Garrett, also a little long. That's a little what I was talking about with the hyzer skips, a little easier to get away from you.
Yeah, this green did play a little quicker than some of the others. Ezra goes zone here, and I'm not sure I love this play because the initial ceiling is so low, the zone's just not going to glide that well.
Right, maybe like a Raptor or something for him, just to get the little distance.
Honorable bid.
Right.
Wow.
Great putt.
We saw Isaac just canning those all over the place at the DGPT Championships as he got to a second place finish. Huge payday, part of his 2022 DGPT Rookie of the Year season, huh?
Oh, yeah. He's been killing it this year and making big putts like that. I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm. I know when you were coming up, you had to play against him a whole bunch. And
yeah, actually, I haven't played a whole lot against Isaac. I played a lot in the Florida scene. He's a lot more in Georgia. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the tournaments I do play with him in, he's just killing it. Really good kid, too. Great putt by Connor there. Getting the birdie.
Yeah, good little nose-up spin putt.
It's on a 3-for-3 start. He's feeling it today.
And Ezra's going to hang on at even par through 3 holes.
Isaac and Connor with the 3-for-3 start. That's pretty much what you want, though, out here.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Yeah.
The only thing better than being 3 down through 3 is 4 or 5, huh?
Yeah, definitely get your birdies on the first 5 holes for sure.
Saw a couple other guys able to do that on other cards. You can watch DGN's coverage for Paul Macbeth doing so.
Hole 4, par 3, 354 feet. This is a new tee pad. It's probably about 3 weeks old, I'd say. The shorter pad, that's for the women's now, the FPO. There's no real trouble on this hole. There's no OBs. You just want to get out of the gap. Hit the gap you see as you're coming up to the basket right here. The trees and the moss hanging down. I assume these guys are maybe throwing a fairway. I don't know what you did, Fish, but I would say a fairway just to get the distance underneath the limbs.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an awkward distance. I feel like it puts you between, like, okay, 350 is how far my mid-ranges go, and I want it to go straight, as Isaac is doing. But there is a little bit of low ceiling, and maybe you don't want to throw full speed through this gap with a mid.
It's a little high.
Yeah, the
knocked down.
Nose-up release isn't going to fare well in the wind. It kind of gets pushed up and catches some branches coming out. Garrett tries to force an anhyzer a little bit. If he can run into the base, it's gold.
Ooh, a little hit off the front of the stump.
Mm-hmm. They've done a really nice work with, coursework and some features like this. You're using... Ezra's not going to get off the tee. Doing some elevated greens like this and mulching. I was told that the course and tournament staff put about 500 hours into the course over the last few months, like new tee pads.
They've been busting their butt out here. I see Robbie Newworld. He's just out here on the lawnmower. A lot of people out here contributing. And one of the practice rounds, they're out here making sure the sand was good around tee pads, mulching.
Yeah, and certainly with as Connor's going to end up with bogey at best now, we certainly end up with a really nice, well done course that it's clear that a lot of work went into it. And I know during my practice round on Thursday, I saw folks out cutting up debris that had come down in the storm that came through.
Yeah, they've definitely wanted to do their best to run a great event, and I think they're doing so.
Mm-hmm. A bunch of volunteers showed up at 6:15 instead of 7:15 before or on the day of the event, so they could set up tents and water stations and benches and such, because those were just going to fly away if we let them, if they had been set up earlier in the week. Really appreciate the flexibility of tournament staff, but also the players. Like, I doubt any of us intended to have the event get a little bit compromised on practice and such.
Right. They knew the tropical storm was coming, and best case scenario happened, and everybody's been stepping up and doing a great job.
Yep. Some pretty uneven results here, as the unusual miss from Isaac, the multiple putts from Connor. Little something for everyone on 4.
Hole 5, par 3, 380 feet. So this one reminds me of hole 1. It's just a little more wooded. And so you essentially want to throw the same shot over stable distance driver, hang it to the right on an ante and let it skip past this middle tree we're coming up on, just here to the right. That's the ideal shot, but if you leave it 40 short, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, 380 is, again, kind of putting you between fairway driver and distance driver, I think.
The ceiling's a little lower than you expect off the tee, but I don't think these guys will have a problem.
Flags give us a little bit of a left-to-right read. Garrett tries to use that, but doesn't get all the way to the right side. He'll end up left in circle 2.
It's a tricky putt over there.
Mm-hmm.
Guardian trees.
You see Isaac, look how far left on the tee pad he's arranging himself. Like, trying to open up the angle to push it to the right side.
And it's pushing to the left.
Yeah, you can see he hated that very early.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. This one, you want to make sure you hit the gap, make the gap look big, and
Captain's Raptor, Anheuser Air Bounce. Even as overstable as that disc is, the wind's not going to let it get back.
you see the first 2 guys, they went left. It seemed like he overcompensated a little bit and just got over on it too much.
And Connor Pureheiser going into the death cluster.
He might... This does not look good.
There's one little gap over there. He's maybe, what do you say, 100 feet away?
I was probably like 150, I'd say.
Okay.
Amazing shot by Connor. Wow.
That's just wrong. Like, to touch basket from that far away, almost finding gold from a pretty bad tee shot.
It's almost like when he's inside 100 feet, he's like at least drawing metal.
Yeah.
Ezra gave it a solid bid right there.
So I played a good bit of Florida golf. You're obviously very familiar with Florida golf. It's interesting to me how open the majority of these greens are. One of the like classic Florida challenges is having cluttered greens, whether it's trees or palmettos or something like that, really near baskets. And this is one of the few that has abundant obstacles inside the circle.
Yeah, when the greens are more open, I find it a little more tricky because in Florida it's generally a little more windy,
Sure.
a little more swirly. And so this one, even though there's some guardian trees, the breeze will end up kicking in there and cause for a tough inside circle putt. Definitely a challenging hole.
And that's going to be the last gettable par 3 we'll see for quite a while now.
Absolutely. Now we're getting to one of the tougher holes on the course.
Yep.
Definitely the first 5 you want to make sure you get some birdies.
It was important for me to partner with a retailer that could help with growing my brand and making my products available all over the country and across the world. Flight Factory has helped me accomplish that. Check out all of my gear and thousands of other discs at Flight Factory.
Hole 6. This was the first par 5 we're getting to on the course. It's 1,100 feet. Straight dogleg right, but the tee shot is, and the second shot's pretty crucial. You're gonna see the go-to shot would be sidearm or a backhand turnover with a mid-range. But as you see, as we're coming up to,
yeah, we get to this green, you got to clear an out-of-bounds creek, and then there's still some OB lining the left side.
yeah, you want to make sure you get the turnover right here. Garrett's going the righty turnover shot. This is the hardest hole on the course.
Yeah, 0.77 over par. A lot of that's buoyed by, some really big numbers. This can stack up on you quick if you don't get off the tee or if you, don't gain good distance after going out of bounds.
You see these guys so far making the tee shot look pretty easy.
Well done. Forehand is probably the most likely play, and I assume we'll see Connor. Wow, interesting. Connor's going to go backhand.
It's like with the sidearm, you could get the forward skip, and with the backhand, you kind of glide it out.
Yeah, the difficulty is that if your tee shot goes long, there is an out-of-bounds cart path. Everyone's taking care to stay well away from that.
Connor put himself in these guardian trees right here.
And you can see the first half of this flight, but then you're going to get a subtle elevation change that makes your landing zone blind as the cart path starts to pinch in from the left.
See what Connor did, he aimed for that right side, and that's pretty much the miss you want. You just want to avoid that left side the whole way down.
Yep. Garrett's going to go cut roller, and this is pushing too far right. The wind just pulls it over there. Even though he's on cut, he's going to run into the right side. Not out of bounds, just going to make his angle to approach the green very challenging. What do you play from over there now?
So that right tree that Connor threw into, it's like rule of thumb, if you're before that tree, just lay up, take your par, no harm, no foul. But once you get past that tree, it makes it a little more enticing, a little shorter to go for it.
And Ezra caught by the OB pinching in.
Yeah, left side OB, it sneaks up on you.
And left side is really appealing because that gives you a visible approach into the green. Garrett and Isaac aren't going to be able to see the bucket from where they landed.
Great shot by Isaac. Yeah, this hole, it was about 20 mile per hour tailwind, I'd say, for at least the earlier cars that went off. So it makes these guys probably want to get a little more aggressive.
Yeah, you were morning tee time, and I knew the wind decreased throughout the day. Connor's going to yank this and not really pay for it. Just a perfect layup.
Yeah, nice little kick out to the left, and he'll be taking that.
At least 350 here from Isaac. This looks like it's flying like a mid-range. Gonna just hold over. And circle 2 look from the edge. You feel good about that shot if you're Isaac?
Oh, absolutely. You're putting for a birdie. If you, by chance, not make the putt, you get a 5. That's perfectly fine.
And
This one looks a little pulled to the right, but it looks coming back. Circle's edge putt.
Yeah, fairly fortunate to sneak through the branches on the right.
He was kicking himself on the OB shot, but he has a chance to save a par. Connor with a sidearm.
Yeah, inside the circle for the 5 look.
Here's Garrett with his patent pending Sonic. Garrett's really good at these shots right here.
I love the guts that it takes to throw a Sonic with wind.
Yes.
Right?
Usually those Halo Sonics, they're a little stable, right? Like,
That's so well done. He made up a ton of distance on his second shot. Gives himself the opportunity for a bird.
he made it look super routine. Great putt by Isaac.
Look how clean that spin is out of his hand.
I feel like we're going to be saying that a lot today.
Right?
Just run it back. Great pace, dead center. That's the thing about Isaac's putt. No matter where he's at, it has good pace as soon as it hits the chains.
Yeah, for sure. So Ezra's going to be taking a bogey, and the example of how quickly this hole sneaks up on you. Garrett for birdie, nicely
Great
done.
birdie.
Ezra was he throws his 4th shot from the short side of the creek to ensure that he stays away from the out of bounds on the left, leaving him with an outside circle putt. Like, this hole is just tough.
That's why it plays as the hardest hole in the course.
Mm-hmm.
Connor saving his par. No harm, no foul with that. Ezra not happy about that bogey. That's fine. I know he'll bounce back. Hole 7, par 3, 467 feet. This one, you'll either see some backhand rollers or fairway turnovers. Thank Flight Factory for this drone footage right here. Doing a great job. And there's the Mando to the right side. You want to stay left of that. With this wind, there are some rollers and turnover shots that could get away from that Mando. The miss is usually dead straight. But to get aggressive and look for the birdie, you definitely want to get it turned over.
Right. And there were only 3 birdies on the day, so spoiler, we're probably not going to see a star birdie frame. I know for me, when I see that, I asked if you consider what scoring averages look like. When I see that there's only 3 birdies in the field, like, I'm treating this as the bonus of bonus holes. I don't have to do anything crazy here.
Oh yeah, you get a 3, you're not losing any strokes on the field.
And Connor again going to the backhand. So this is somewhere in between a roller and a turnover. Does make the Mando.
I would say that's the more common miss, a little long in the woods, but...
Yeah, pushing to the back wall isn't a killer. You can still get up and down without a whole lot of difficulty.
I don't see too many sidearms, but as good as Ezra's sidearm is, he could get the right angle, at least get a 40-foot look at the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Up shots should be decently routine for these guys. See, he parks it up there.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot in the way once you've cleared the Mando.
Another nice shot by Garrett. Connor's got a little putt through the woods here. Ooh, great bid.
And last chance for this card. Isaac from deep. Oh. 90% of a make. Just kind of sneaks through that left side. Well, shout out Noah 5 Ash, Terry Roethlisberger, and Gavin Rathbun. Gavin putting it long with a roller.
That is insane.
Yeah, very impressed with that shot. Nice work for those guys on their rare birds here on hole 7.
That's the bonus you need right there.
But no harm, no foul. A lot of tap-ins here. So we'll go from hole 7, a hard hole, to hole 8, a hard hole.
That's the stretch you're gonna see. Hole 8's a par 4, in my opinion the hardest par 4 on the course, 844 feet. That cart path you see right there, everything on the right side. The drone footage is going straight through the whole OB. Stay left is the key on this hole.
And a little bit challenging to get full distance on your first shot because of the way the cart path runs. If you take the left side gap off the tee, you can push for some pretty good distance, but you got to throw a more technical shot. If you throw the right side hyzer, you're you're over the out of bounds for a long time.
Yeah, common play for if you have the arm is what Garrett does right here. He hits the right side of the cart path and skips in. I'm telling you from playing here a good bit, the right side of the cart path, that's some sticky grass, so that was a pretty fortunate skip.
Right. So we see Isaac taking a little more care to be inside, lands it to the good side of the cart path.
2 great shots.
Connor pushing it straight, but a very stable disc.
Yep, another skip, and there we go, great shot. These guys are showing you how it's done.
Ezra, I'm guessing that's a nuke. And he'll be over on the left side, but still with good footing.
4 shots inbounds off the tee, I'd say that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. From here, what's your meta? Like, are you trying to get up and down for a birdie?
I play this one for straight par. I'm not a big distance thrower anyway, so just play it for the 4 and don't take a big number.
Yeah, I think a lot of folks are figuring if they get it to those pines, they could lay up, and it's not too hard. Isaac with a flat shot, never quite right of the basket. And the cart path that is from this angle, long of the basket, from the player's shots here, short side of the basket, that is inbounds, but everything to the right of the right cart path is out.
And even where these guys are at, is like it's still a decent throw for your second shot. That was an amazing shot by Ezra. He's not playing too hot, and he definitely needs that to get back on track.
Yeah, that kind of power is a real luxury.
Oh, absolutely. Garrett also going the wide hyzer.
Yeah, but he's ensuring that he's going to dump left of the basket.
Great shot.
Well done.
Say Connor's about 50 feet, 55 feet.
Yeah, at least. Wind appears pretty calm. Maybe a touch of right to left for his putt.
Solid putt by Connor.
Gets it on hyzer, just lets the wind hold it steady. Sick.
Striped it on the pole.
You can see he's pumped. Love the little fist pump.
Isaac says, I'm not going to get big putting.
No.
Great putt by Isaac. Round the pole.
Yeah, that's smoke. And I believe my preamble said this is a hard hole, and this card's fixing to make a liar out of me.
These guys played it pretty much ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Great birdies by 4 of these gentlemen right here.
My name's Garrett Gurthie. People may know me as Double G, and I've been making Double G craft jerky since I was 16 years old.
Whether I'm at home or on the road, Double G craft jerky is the snack that I go for.
I've actually found myself eating Double G craft jerky on my long drives to the next tournament.
We all know Double G's got a big arm, but he's also got a big heart. Every bag of Double G jerky that you buy supports children's disc golf and goes to a great cause.
You can find Double G craft jerky at doublegjerky.com.
Hole 9, par 5. 1,008 feet. This is the easiest par 5 on the course. Just throw a straight shot 450 feet down the fairway, and this hole I would say is pretty straightforward, wouldn't you say? There's
Yeah.
OB on the right side.
Your tee shot, you got plenty of room to breathe. It does pinch a little bit, and there's out of bounds fence all the way to the left, cart path to the right.
Yeah, with the cart path on the right is the more common OB. For these guys, you have to get really out of position to bring that fence line on the
Yeah.
left side into play.
Garrett's going to go Wraith Roller, and that's huge. Just kind of got a weird landing on it. He's in a great spot, but that may have cost him 100 feet of distance.
Yeah, he's going to have a wide open look. If you really wanted to, just lay up for the birdie.
Mm-hmm. Something I want to watch for. Garrett told me that he tweaked his shoulder on a roller on hole 9. So we'll see if that impedes his throwing or makes his shot choices a little different the rest of the round.
Isaac there with a nice shot.
Connor going slight Anheuser. All the distance he needs. That's going to set these guys up still probably 550 from the bucket.
Yeah, as long as they get to that landing zone. Is this one a roller? Oh.
He doesn't love it. He's going to be 650 from the bucket.
But you know, even where Ezra's at, he can still get up and down for the birdie.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra's shot.
Needs it to get back in. And it does. It was
Yeah,
never
that's
out of bounds.
fine.
Who am I kidding? From this kind of spot, what are you looking to do? Are you playing placement golf, or are you going to try to get greedy and go for an eagle?
Definitely placement. This one's pretty easy to birdie out of the par 5, so just getting the extra birdie on the ground would be ideal.
Mm-hmm. Isaac pushes the right side a little bit, and it seems like all of these guys are, more willing to run into the trees on the left side should they get a large skip.
See, people don't know, but if you're pushed up on the right side of the cart path, you can actually throw to the other side of the cart path that wraps around and still be in bounds.
Yeah, kind of little neat local knowledge there. Garrett's going to go roller, and still safe over there. He's made all the distance up. Yeah, if you throw it to the right side of the cart path and clear that little teardrop that it makes, I'm not going to help you go look for it, though. It's a long walk.
Great shot by Ezra.
Yeah, good little zone to the backside. 12-footer. I feel like Connor's levers are so long that it's difficult for him to power down this shot. And maybe that's just me projecting, but it just looks like the disc takes so long to get out of his hand there.
Isaac giving a little run from there. Nice 12-footer. But yeah, with the wind swirling, these 150 to 200 foot up shots are a little tricky in this wind.
And very critical. That's where your scoring can happen. The multi-shot holes on this course are very scoreable, but if you've thrown your 2 good shots and don't get up and down, you're kicking yourself. Connor with a good bid. Same kind of wind that he experienced on hole 8. And that's going to stall his round out for a minute.
Birdie by Garrett.
Yep, nicely done. Should leave Isaac and Ezra in great position to tap in their birdies.
Ezra getting back on track with the second birdie in a row. Considering a slow start. Good birdie by
And
Isaac.
a scorching 6 down on the front for Isaac.
That is That is what you want.
Yep.
That is exactly what you want.
Picking up where you left off and getting the hard holes as well.
Yeah, and even Garrett at a -5, that's also a great start for that front 9 because the back 9 does not get any easier.
No, it doesn't. A lot more of a couple of technical par 3s, but a lot more of the big 400-foot tee shots that are, hard to park. So at this point, you see Ezra Robinson, Isaac's brother, in with an 8 in the clubhouse. Bunch of folks out there moving pretty well. You got to be under par in order to feel like you've got a shot at this Silver Series event.
Before this tournament, I was saying on this course about 6 to 8 down will keep you in it, keep you in it to win it. So, yeah, I'm excited for the back 9 and see how these guys attack it.
Thank you so much for watching Ace Run Productions coverage of the New World Championship on our Round 1 feature card. Please like, share, subscribe. Help get the word out. Ace Run Pro, they're not the biggest operation, but they're bringing really good coverage to Disc Golf Pro Tour as well as local events. For Aaron Doyle,
Yeah,
I'm Andrew Fish.
Thank you guys. See you around.